monkey? Or a gorilla? Is that a gorilla? Nope, no monkeying around here. What the heck? Fernando, you should have shaved. You're getting a little, you know, a little too much. This is what happens when you're late, people. Strange things just show up, you know? We got a gorilla in the bay. There's a gorilla in our midst. Ooh, that was a good one, right? Movie puns. How's everybody doing tonight? We hope you guys are joining us. We know we're late by an hour. We're sorry. We were finishing up that raptor, and then a monkey showed up. It just kind of threw a wrench at us. Boom. I know we promised Brian Mitchell, but we get the monkey instead. Hey, we got a bunch of cool ARC audio stuff. Come on in the frame, man. Come on in the frame.
What's going on, guys? Exactly.
What the heck? Well, you know, we figured if we're going to be late, it better be worth it, right? Bobby's at Disney. Of course Bobby's at Disney. Oh, my gosh. So, Bobby, these nuts, is he lives in California. So he picked us up at the airport when we were in Long Beach, and we spent the day with him. We went to the Peterson Museum and did all that fun stuff. So, anyways.
That's right, ARC audio for the win. What's up from California?
All right, you can change. Or at least pull off the mask.
So who's behind the mask?
Oh my God,
there you go.
The kids. What about the kids? You sure you want to keep that on? It's kind of hot.
Well, you know.
Never mind. So as the title said, we have Brian Mitchell from ARC Audio on tonight. If you guys caught the show that he did of his car, or we did of his car, the Cadillac, that is one car. And I was thinking about it last night. We've actually filmed 2 of your cars.
2.
And I didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
We filmed when
The
we
Volt.
first met in Indy.
Yeah.
Last
Volt.
year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a lot of cars.
Okay, so we're gonna go over the cars.
Yes. Yes.
So I saw pictures of the red Corvette.
I had the red Corvette. Now that's one I bought.
You bought it like that?
Yeah, I
Done.
bought it like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So what were those on your Instagram page, your personal Instagram page, or were those?
They were. Yeah.
Okay.
But I started out with a Chevy truck that had an alien on the side of it. Because I'm.
All right, we'll come around the table this way. So we
yeah,
get
let's
closer
come
to
on
the
over
mic.
here.
Well, you know.
God.
For the people, there you go.
Oh,
I'm sorry I didn't shave today.
It's like, I don't share. Sorry, guys.
Just don't start throwing poo. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Poo throwing.
Not on the gorillas. I actually started out with the Chevy Cruze on the competition scene in 2012 again.
Okay.
I retired and came back.
All right, Chevy Cruze. What did that have in it?
Almost exactly the same thing as I have in the current one.
Okay.
I just had 2 black 12s instead of a single 10 in the front. That one, to make it a little different, I had the Zombie Killer. So if you look that up, it's been in Past Magazine.
Zombie Killer?
Yeah, competed for the full year and then went to the West Coast Finals. And then between the West Coast Finals and East Coast Finals, which is 2 weeks and a week of driving time, I completely disassembled it, changed the whole install, and put 2 miniguns, Hollywood style miniguns,
Right.
on the hood.
Because it was Zombie Killer.
Plastic dipped it, and then blood stains and a big splitter that was a saw blade and a wing with saw blades on the sides of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you have pictures of that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then
So-
after that.
Then the Volt, and the Volt
Okay.
was, it took a long time to build. That was when those kind of cars first came out. So we overbuilt it, like significantly overbuilt it.
No.
Even the head unit is, the factory head unit is copper plated.
Okay.
You copper plated it?
Yeah, everything's copper plated. The amplifiers are copper plated. The rack for
We
everything.
didn't get that deep into it when you were there.
Yeah, it's easy to
How about-
work 'cause
how
it
about
looks
if
so
we
plain.
What are you gonna
we
have
can
in
do.
Indy?
I'll probably have the Cadillac
We're
again.
gonna have
Yeah.
it.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
sorry guys.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the Cadillac.
It's I know.
It's
Chump.
Right.
All right, so we got the Volt. Now we're moving on to. You still have that?
I still have the Volt. Well, the Cadillac's still in the family. Ark uses it for a demo vehicle.
Okay.
And then I have the Volt still that I drive almost every day. My son actually it's his car, but I still drive it quite a bit because he has a Genesis also. And then I have the Cadillac.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then now it's getting some miles on it, so I'm trying to treat it a little nicer, you know. It's
Yeah.
my car, so
Yeah.
I bought a big truck and a trailer to haul it around in.
Oh, you're gonna pamper it. Are you gonna put a
Pamper it a
stereo in
little
the
bit.
truck at some point?
I have a stereo in the truck.
Of course, he already has a stereo in the truck.
I have a stereo in the truck.
I need those LED RCAs.
Of course.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't just like made those yet.
They're really hard to make.
Oh, I could imagine. You don't have to tell me. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just looking at them going,
Really hard to make.
that would suck.
That's awesome.
And then I'm building a new car.
I wasn't gonna bring that up, but since you brought it up, I'll be very coy and not really.
I'm building another Volt. I actually bought a Volt for parts. You know, anybody who has cars is always looking for spare parts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought another one for some parts. I had a little front end damage, and as I was taking everything apart, getting it ready for it to go to its final resting place, I said, you know, I'm not really in this car or anything. And I've always built cars that I could drive, and those has some, you know, disadvantages to that. So,
Right.
Yes, damn steering wheel.
steering wheel.
Why do we need a steering wheel? That's ridiculous.
So I decided I would make it a full-size remote control car. No,
Okay.
no seat, no steering wheel, no dash. The dash is going to be a 49-inch curved flat screen.
And I've seen pictures. It's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the ultimate gaming rig, and you're just gonna sit in. Is the seat gonna be in the middle?
Seat's going to be in the middle. That's the plan now. I was showing some
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I
You
saw-
showed me
you
the
showed me-
pictures.
Pretty.
Yeah.
I started out with one style of seat that I thought was going to be good, and then a friend of mine at 10:30 at night said, "Have you seen Pinterest?" And that was
No,
the end
let
of
me
that.
sign up.
So now I have a different idea on the seat. So we'll do a really cool looking seat.
That's insane.
And hopefully it'll
Yeah.
motorize. We have a very strict timetable. We're hopefully
Yeah.
going to debut it at Knowledge Fest in Dallas in August.
So don't worry, you guys. You're hearing about this now, and I wasn't even gonna bring it up because it's like been top secret, hush hush kind of thing. But you spoiled. If it's there, which he's saying it will be, then we're gonna film the crap out of it. So
Yeah.
that'll be the next coolest car that we're gonna film of yours. So we'll have 3 cars of yours. Can we go back to the Corvette?
Sure. Yeah.
What is the deal? Okay, what is that?
So that's actually a Fordette.
A what?
Fordette.
A Fordette. So it's got a Ford motor and a Corvette
So
body?
It has a Corvette body, suicide doors, C6 headlights, C5
Yeah.
taillights.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a 70s
78, a 78 initial car it started out with, full frame. So every piece on it has been touched.
Oh, yeah.
It's got 15-inch wide wheels in the back. It's wide-bodied in the back, about 6 inches on either
The
side.
pictures did not do that justice.
It didn't.
God.
It is crazy.
What's up, Mr. Smith? That's Jeffrey.
Hey, that's Jeff Smith.
Hi, Jeff.
This is what he showed up like. Gorilla. Okay, so is there a Ford motor in it? A Mustang motor or
Yeah,
something?
GT500 motor.
Okay.
Yeah, supercharged. Everything on the thing is just so well built. I
I
fell
saw
in
the
love with
pictures
it.
from.
Oh, it's
yes,
sexy as could
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Have you done anything to it?
I washed it.
Oh, that is the best.
Washed it.
That's
Now you mentioned supercharger. I saw a picture the other day of a plastic.
Fiberglass. So, if you've ever seen the Volt
Mhm.
Hot Wheels, it has a supercharger sticking out of the hood. Now, there's an electric motor sticking out of the hood, but in order to attract some attention,
Yes.
we've cut the suspension and put airbags on it, so it'll go really,
really
low.
low. Yeah.
And a fake supercharger, because we've also removed the engine and all the generator for that car. Wow. So
Yeah, because you sold it. Or did you're saving
no,
it for yours?
just
didn't
was
need
just
it?
parts. Yeah, just didn't need that part of it. So
Eh.
that's where the subwoofer box is going to go.
In the front, under the hood.
Yeah, yeah. It's not going to be a drive on the street car. It's going to be we're going to put a golf cart or gem motor in it.
Okay.
And so it'll be 10, 15 miles an hour. Where we're going to limit it to that. We probably could get 35, 40
Yeah,
miles an
yeah.
hour.
Right.
That's
It
scary.
weighs about 800 pounds right now.
Wow.
Before the subwoofer enclosure.
Before the subwoofer enclosure.
And
Two
know the
15s
system.
in the front.
215s?
Two 15s.
You guys are going to love seeing this. I can't wait to
Oof.
film this guy.
Oof.
Holy crap.
That's gonna be crazy.
LEDs and Techflix is a poor man's cheat. Whatever,
Yeah.
Robert. You know you were watching it going, oh, damn it, that's cool.
No kidding.
Arc Audio KS 300.4 is the most underrated amp.
The 304 has been a mainstay of the Arc Audio line for years.
Is that the
That's
big
the-
one that was in your car? Or
No, the KS are.
I'm gonna be stupid. I
regular
don't know much.
GH amplifier. They're about this big, with the hands.
Well, okay. So the amp that we have is the Arc of the Covenant amplifier, which is
Right.
the 720 Mojo. So
Yeah.
it's bigger than this, I'm assuming, with stuff coming out of either
correct.
end.
It's 2 inches wider and about 4 inches longer.
Okay.
But you could run that amplifier to a full system. You could do that to the highs and run a 302. Those were the most popular combinations, 302 and 304. And it's like the perfect setup. It was always enough.
Runs all day.
And it runs all day and never has any problems.
That's amazing.
So
I love this, by the way. We had a blast with that. That was so much fun. We still have the box. We're gonna give
I
it
think
away.
the
at
box
some
is
point.
going to go away, right?
Yeah, we're supposed to be giving it away. We just haven't got to it yet because I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But whoever gets it, I can sign it for them if they would like.
Oh, that would
Oh.
be cool. If you sign
right.
it today, that
You know
would
what?
be awesome.
We'll do it now before we forget.
Well, let me get my hands.
All right, we'll wait.
fresh.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Okay,
He's got
what's
little
going on,
sausage fingers right now.
Opposable thumbs thing. Is
Yeah, it's not working for you. Jeez, oh man.
Yeah. Slow down, man.
I'm already just getting used to seeing you like this.
Well, that's what our RC he said. I remember that.
Private
The
finals.
finals.
Yeah.
That's right.
So the truck. What was the truck again?
The truck, I have a 92 Chevy truck, extended cab.
Okay, so
And
you
I
bought a
used to-
92.
Well, I bought it brand new, so I
Oh,
bought
okay.
it in 91 and
Oh,
just
okay.
for competition. It's had a multitude of systems in it. It used to be like Pompeii. You know, the farther you dig, the more you'd find.
Oh, geez. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Did you make it like a volcano car? I mean, what did you do?
They had 1612s, had 812s, they had 815s, they had 615s, the old strokers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it did really well on the lanes.
I'm sure it did.
Yep.
So, guy was asking the direction, the flow of the LEDs is the direction of the current. Correct.
That's correct, yes.
There was one guy that asked a bunch of questions about your mid-range up in the front.
The angle of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a general angle. What we do is we usually place the speakers up in the dash before we start. Everybody makes fun of the towel, the magic towels. But we set them up on towels and we're looking for the best natural sound from them.
Okay.
The sound that comes off the speaker comes off in nodes. So if you twist the speaker a little bit, it will change the sound a little bit. So at the seating position, we try to get that best sound. And nothing super special about it, but you set them up there and you try to get that sound. And as a general rule in aiming, the driver's side aims towards the passenger side left ear, and the passenger side aims towards the driver's side right ear. And that will get you in the ballpark, and the DSP will do the rest.
And the DSP of magic.
There you
And of course, we have the little orange juicer tips.
Steg Audio, great stuff too. Actually, nice stuff.
Right.
Somebody asked, there was a question below that, the 2-seat.
Yeah, do you compete 2 seats, and does your system sounds the same for both?
I do compete in
Well,
2
before we answer that, let's explain the difference between a 1-seat car and a 2-seat car, just
Yeah.
for everyone. So there is a difference between a 1-seat and a 2-seat, and I'm going to let the expert.
Tell the story.
So a single seat car is one that's optimized for the driver of the car. The staging and imaging and a 2-channel stereo system is really made for a single seat. Over the years, having a 2-seat has been the holy grail, so you and the passenger can hear the same
Right.
stereo sound. That very rarely works. There's a couple of people that are really, really good at it. I'm going to do a shout out to my friend Nate Budiano, who's probably the best at it, or Mark Eldridge. Both of them are really, really good. But in doing a 2-seat, you generally give up a little bit, no matter what. A single seat tune always sounds better than a single seat tune. As a
I
general
mean, a
rule.
dual seat too.
As a,
Yeah,
dual
okay.
seat as a general
Ballpark.
ballpark.
Yeah.
Those two guys and maybe one or two others are getting really close in two seat.
2-seat.
But I compete in it, and I use because in competition it's all about the score sheets. So
Okay, Holyfield. Oh no, well, what, Merriweather.
Yeah.
Oh,
Merriweather. It's all about the score sheets, baby.
Yeah.
it's sort of like Moneyball. So you're optimizing the score sheet. So we usually compete with a one-seat tune, which optimizes that score sheet, and then take whatever else we get. And because the car does really well in the single seat, what we give up usually is the staging point, so center is not in the center on a one-seat tune for the passenger side, but tonality is still very, very good.
So they judge for different things. It's not always about just having a perfect center image.
Correct. They're looking for the quality of the sound, whether an instrument sounds like it's supposed to on the recording. Some people say, oh, it's supposed to sound like a live recording. Well, it's actually supposed to sound like whatever it was recorded as.
Wow.
And a good recording will sound like what the instruments are supposed to. But
Ooh, so we're having the debate in the so we have a rep, and one of them likes his main vocal above the steering wheel, and the other one likes it in the center of the dash. Now your car's center of the dash.
center of the dash, and the reason for that is, and there's
go.
the reason is the center of the dash. It should actually be the center of your sound stage. So if your sound stage is from this pillar, the right pillar, and to the left pillar, then wherever the sound stage is should be the center.
Right.
And
Okay.
if
Yeah,
it's
that
done
makes
right,
sense.
it should be the center of the car. If you've got the same size width on either side. Some people have listened to factory cars for so long that center in front of them feels like center, because if they're sitting in front of a stage and they're sitting in center of the
Well, his
concert.
argument is that it's my car. I want you to sing in front of me.
Right, but the problem with that is that the left of
Yes.
left of center and left are all bunched up here, and the right of center is
wide.
really
Yeah.
wide. Now, hey, it's their car; they paid the money.
Correct.
Bingo.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Any way you
what
want.
the customer
Now,
wants.
maybe you're
Yeah.
going, I can't take this guy in the monkey suit seriously. Take him seriously. He knows what he's talking about. He's got the trophies and the experience to back it up.
No kidding.
So how many years you been on the show circuit competition?
I actually started competing in 1988.
Wow.
1988.
And went to finals for the first time in '92. IASCA finals.
So you're like right out of high school and then just went right into...
Well, I was doing stereos before when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So
Oh, of course.
I started working at a stereo store. I think I was 15 years old.
So what was your first car?
Chevy Nova.
Of course it was. Like
Chevy
what year?
Nova.
What year?
74.
Okay, so it was
couldn't afford a good one.
Well,
but it was the two-door at least.
but it wasn't like it was the crappy one.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hatchback and had 812s in it.
So you weren't competing sound quality back then?
No, but really, sound quality wasn't what sound quality is now.
No. Well, you had the under 25. Like you saw that sitting on the wall. The 225 HTCA.
Yeah.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
A fan sent that.
Nice.
Yeah. Those
Those are good amps.
I grew up with Orion.
Mhm.
So that was like, we had the Rockford dealer, and you had the Orion dealer. We had, the PPI guy. Who cares about them? But no offense to the PPI guys.
Yeah.
But it was like, so we just battled it out. So I got on the fence of Orion, so I grew up loving those, and it was like, but yeah, so Jason Frozehouse, he worked at Stereo Kings up in Oregon. Big fan. He was like, dude, my brother has these. You're getting it for your birthday. I was like, you know me. When you've seen when you hand me something,
yeah,
I lose my shit. I'm the easiest guy when it comes to that. I'm like, you're giving me something, dude. The book got home. I cleaned the book, because there was like this spot on it. I was like, I gotta clean this. Just went right on the
I
shelf.
hope that spot wasn't for you.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it was from the last guy going, yeah.
I was thinking drooling, but okay.
Sorry, I went the other way.
And there is another one coming for Fernando, and I apologize.
No. It's okay.
It's on my desk. It's already signed for you. And
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
So let's talk about ARC for a couple minutes.
Sure.
So we have this guy, all right, and this is one of the neatest looking subwoofers I've seen in a long time. Okay, it looks like another type of sub.
It does.
And by that I mean a Bose subwoofer from
Actually looks a lot like another manufacturer's subwoofer. And
It's all illusion. It's
an all illusion. Who makes a very good subwoofer, by the
Correct.
way.
Yep.
Lots of companies make very good products.
Yes. Oh no, we're lovers of all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If I could have as many cars as you, they would all have different systems. And this is my Morel car. This is my Focal car. This is my Art car. This is my hybrid car.
unfortunately, for all those other companies, they all have ARC in there right now. So
They're paying the bills. It's understandable. All right, so let's talk about this. What was like everyone else is throwing a big little magnet on the back of it, and they're cutting the suspension, and they're doing all this fun stuff, and you guys decided to not do that.
Well, we're one of the last people to come out with a flat subwoofer also.
Yeah.
One thing about ARC is we really don't want to come out with anything that we feel is either like everybody else, if we can help it. I mean, an amplifier is an amplifier, and we try to build them so they sound better, but the looks of them sometimes are similar.
Right.
But we wanted to come out with a woofer that, one, handled a lot of power, two, gave you a lot of bass.
That's very important.
And,
Two things. All right.
Yeah.
Check.
And those things are not
Easy.
No. Yeah. In a shallow woofer.
with all of the shallow woofers out
Correct.
there.
Well, let's be honest. We've sat and we've joked about this every year when we sit in a class and someone walks in and they go, and this is the most revolutionary shallow woofer, best sounding of all time. And we're sitting there looking at each other and we go, we heard this last year. What did you do differently? We put a sticker on it, and that sticker, and we put a little gold piece right here. Ooh, hear that? No.
Zeph does design all of our amplifiers still and processors.
Okay.
Just answer that.
Yeah. So he's still in our audio.
Yep. So is this a paper cone?
It is a paper cone, very, very thick. If you feel that,
Yes,
you
it's-
can,
yeah,
I mean,
it's-
it is super, super thick.
Trust me,
And
that was the first thing when I pulled it out. I was like,
Wow.
dude, that is like nuts.
the magnet on the front is a full neo slug.
Really?
Yeah, so where other people have a magnet on the front, they're usually a traditional ferrite magnet. That is a big, huge neo slug. And so if that was a traditional magnet, it would be the size
The
of
whole
the
size
cone.
Correct.
of the cone.
Yeah.
So
10 times, baby. 10
Yeah.
times.
So the woofer has enough motor force to actually do what a woofer is supposed to do, and then it's all just the geometry. So every piece on this is tooled specifically for this woofer. It took us about 2.5 years of testing and
Which is about right.
to do it right. Yeah,
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
lots
I mean-
of companies that'll buy off the shelf and they come out with stuff very
But
quickly.
if you're a manufacturer that develops your own products, we've pretty much narrowed it down. Wow, and there's a back bend too. Well, yeah, of course. That it takes about 2 to 2.5 years of testing and development and all that to get a product. And this is clearly not off the shelf because everything about it's unique. So let's talk about the boxes these go in.
We just did a box. We were doing a training video, and we put it in 0.5. Now, 0.5, it suffers from some, lack of low end,
No.
but still was
Loud?
pretty impressive. I would probably put that up in 0.5 against most of the other woofers out there, performance-wise.
Can it fire up?
It can fire up. It
Can
can
it fire down?
down.
Do anything?
Yeah.
One of the really cool things is if you take this woofer with your gorilla hands, you can mount it just like that.
You can mount it like that.
Okay.
And that's what I wanted to
So-
ask you.
Underneath the
And-
seat of a truck, you can actually use it for the legs.
And the BMW,
Mhm.
it has those subwoofers? The blue BMW,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
It has the subwoofers in
Those
the
were-
top.
Yeah.
that was a very unique
Yeah.
mounting of those.
Yeah.
So
They're up on the
Drive
package
Customs-
tray.
Yeah, Drive Customs made a nice box that rolled underneath the package tray and then mounted them up that way because the depth is good. And then they just had the motor structure firing down.
That was pretty cool.
And it works very, very good like that.
Now this comes in a 10 and a 12.
It just comes in a 12 right now.
Just comes in a
A 12.
I don't know why you said 10.
There is a 10. There's a 10 coming. That's why.
Oh, okay.
You're forward thinking. You're thinking in the future.
Yeah.
In the future.
So no, because this is because when we got it and we were looking at it, of course we went on the website and there were some warnings and we're like, those are words. We don't want to read those. I'll just wait till Brian comes and we'll ask him. So I can set it just like this underneath the seat.
Yep.
And I don't have to worry about it's never gonna. The excursion of this is never gonna go past the magnet.
No.
Correct. It's almost perfect for what you would do for a downfire box.
Yes.
So if you do a traditional box with a little leg on the front of it, that's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
So something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a downfiring box out of frame.
The best size we've found so far is 0.85, still small.
0.85. Okay.
Yeah,
So that's what they say. Enclosure volume recommended for that sub.
correct.
0.8.
Yeah.
Yep.
0.8 with how much power?
400 is what we rate them at. We have been putting a 1200 to a pair of them.
So about 600.
600.
600
is good.
tops.
Yeah.
Subsonic filter
No, don't use subsonic. You don't need to use subsonic.
because it's sealed.
'Cause it's sealed.
No ported enclosures.
No ported enclosures.
Sealed only.
Yes.
So don't get those crazy ideas. No. Morel for me. That's a cool name. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my second love. Is Morel.
No, make
Oh.
just like that's actually just
I
so it
know.
doesn't get scratched.
I know,
up.
but I don't want to get scratched yet because we
Yeah.
want to. We don't want to scratch it yet.
We want to make sure that somebody doesn't think that it's falling off.
Oh no, yeah, it's just
we
a-
do get people that'll see this and they'll see the sticker here, which
sticker
is to
coming
make
out, yeah.
sure that it doesn't get
the
scratched.
sticker.
And they'll think that it's
It's a plastic
used
cover.
because it's
Yeah.
scratched or something.
It's the pre-sticker.
Yep.
All right, so this guy. All right, so should we wait? Should we get all excited?
Go
Still
ahead,
talking
man.
about woofers? I don't know, man. I don't want to get all excited about ARC stuff. Should we? All right, let's talk about this. I like the. Okay, so this to me, this genre or category in the 12-volt world to me is like the best. I mean, granted for us it's like the TV VCR combo,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
but it's just cooler. So this is the PS 850.
Correct.
Look how tiny it is.
Julian loved it.
Yes.
Ah.
So it has 8 channels by,
50 watts at 4 ohm.
and that's why it's called the 850. Duh.
But
Yes. But wait, there's more.
it does 100 watts at 2 ohms.
Do you want to run it at 2 ohms though?
Yes, why not?
I don't know.
I want 100 watts. Don't you want 100
Yes.
watts?
Okay, but some amplifiers don't do well at 2 ohms.
Ours do.
Now, do you make 2 ohm speakers?
We don't, but woofers we do.
Okay. So how much? So if we ran this 6 for tweeter mid rear, how much power would we get for the woofer at 2 ohm? Or
200 watts.
200 watts.
Yeah, if you bridge 2 of the rear channels. But if you do that,
I'm
maybe you just want to run more power to your mid bass. So let's say you're running a 3-way, and you got those cool whatever speakers in the front.
The monkey.
With
Can't take a
the
monkey
big
anywhere.
finger right there, he said
Big
it.
The monkey finger.
The 3-way finger. Anyways.
So if you wanted to use this for more power for your front end, and you want to go to another amplifier for your sub, and
Okay.
maybe your
Oh,
bass
7 and
head,
8. 7 and 8
you
out.
can push the button right there, and that takes the DSP because this has a full PS8 Pro built into it.
Yeah.
Not a slimmed down DSP, but a full PS8 Pro. So when you
Okay.
plug it in, you would know any difference if you plugged in a PS8 Pro standalone.
Same software.
Same software.
Which you can download from ARC's website and play with, and I do recommend doing. I want 2 ohms, don't we all?
Yeah.
Do you ever leave that shop?
No.
Yeah, yeah, at
No,
some
we don't
point.
leave.
But then we come back. I had to come back once this week because I thought I left the SD card for the videos here. Because when we got back from Cali, we packed everything away, and then I put them in a pocket in my backpack that I never put them in. So I'm at home, I'm tearing apart my backpack. I'm like, it's a week later, and I'm like, dude, where the hell are they? So we drove back down here, which sucked because nothing like coming back to the office after you've left the office. That's like the worst. And then I tear this place apart, and they're not here. So then I go home totally depressed because I'm like, I totally lost the videos. You know, and then I unzip where my headphones go, and they were in there, and I was like, oh, I totally found the videos. Thank God, because this is gonna suck if I don't.
It's hard to go back and redo videos.
Yeah, well, that was it. You know, it was like
the woofer is heavy. Just to answer that question.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a beefy woofer.
yeah, the amp is not.
Actually,
I know, I'm joking.
It's
It is.
light, but
It
it's
is.
not.
It's
not
amazing
so
how
light.
much crap you pack into these things. It's yeah. I mean, dude, I can see the power supply right here. There's vents. There's little windows here on the side, so you can see it. All right, so we were talking about the software. You can go to Arc Audio and download the software, and you can play with it.
Yep.
And then as you can see, it's got a ton of stuff on the side here. We have a TouchLink input. That seems to be a big bit of discussion. Everyone loves TouchLink. Are you running the TouchLink out of... And your Caddy, are you going RCA into your processor?
In Long Beach, yes. At finals, no.
Okay.
Because my TouchLink cable broke.
Okay, I was going to say,
okay.
why?
It's the reason why.
Yeah.
So the truck we just did, that was TouchLink out of
Yeah.
the Amp Pro.
Yeah, I like TouchLink, the chance to get noise, radiated noise on your...
Greatly
reduced. Yeah.
Greatly reduced.
Still can't... You'll still get floor noise if you turn those gains up too high.
You get floor noise no matter what if you turn up the gains too high.
Yeah, there you go.
So on gains, we were talking about DD1s and stuff like that earlier.
Yep.
How do you set up your amplifiers? Do you do 0? Do you do 5, 10, 15, 20? Hut.
I don't use a DD1 or an oscilloscope.
Oscilloscope. There you go.
Okay. Tell me, sir, how do you like to set your gains?
So if I'm doing an aftermarket head unit is about the only time I would ever use an oscilloscope nowadays.
And why is that?
If you're doing an OEM integration install,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them have EQ built into them.
You don't say.
I know, crazy. And so let's say you use a 1 kilohertz tone, which
Okay.
is
Mm-hmm.
pretty standard, what
Yep.
you would use.
Yep.
And you turn up the volume, either the volume goes like this or it goes like this, but either way, you're going to get a false reading on your clipping. So if the tweeters go up as you're raising the volume, which some of them do, or speed volume control,
Oh,
because you
nasty.
want more tweeter when you have the windows
Toyota.
down. If you're measuring at 1 kilohertz, you'll see tweeters catch fire because they're well into clipping when you turn up the volume. And look at a Ford when they turn up the volume. and
Ooh,
you see,
yeah.
F-150.
tweeter, yep.
Yep.
Yes, LGDs
So-
all the way.
Yep. So that's and once it becomes obsolete at that point. So most of the DSPs and ours especially have input meters, which measure all the way across the frequency range.
Okay.
And at the very least, if you were going to use a
So it says clip and protection. Okay, so those are the lights.
right, but that's just for
Input. Output?
no, they're for input and output, but that's a basic one.
Okay.
Inside the software,
DSP.
inside
Okay.
inside the DSP software, there's full for each channel.
Oh,
Input
okay.
and output. And actually inside, so if you accidentally hit the button on your slider and it went up 24 dB, you would see that, and it can happen.
Yeah,
They can
Stranger
tell.
Things.
Wow. Yeah.
Stranger things can happen. You get out of the car and you accidentally pick up your touchscreen computer.
Oh my God! Yes.
And then
Oh.
you've done something on accident.
Ah, yes.
You'll be able to see that really quick when you have that weird noise that you can't figure out what happened.
Yeah, when we were just
So-
tuning that, it went. I was like, where'd my passenger side go? Oh, hey, I touched the screen.
All right, so somebody would say our Cardio KS 600.2 B3 or the SE23.
Very hard one to answer because the 602 was one of the latest ones that we built, and it has a lot of the same internals as the 2300. You'd get into cosmetics at that point, whether or not you had the rest of the amplifiers were KS or SEs. If you had SEs, then I'd probably spend the extra money and get the SEs, just
There you
because
go.
the cosmetics would match.
Perfect. All right. So let's go back to the. So how do you set the gains? You just look at the output of the DSP.
Yep. So you use your meters. So we have a meter section that comes on, and you can turn it up until you see the meters, and it will tell you if anything across the frequency range is clipping in that input. And as it's going up, it will tell you whether there's anything clipping in that 2020.
What are you using for a source signal?
I try to just use regular music, whatever you're going to listen to.
Oh, okay.
Because that'll change it quite a bit.
Yeah.
You can use pink noise, but that'll give you,
Yeah.
it's not really a good reference. So I try
Unless
to
you
use.
multiply it by 2. They need like super loud pink noise.
Yeah.
It's just like, this is what pink noise is supposed to be, but this pink noise is 10 dBs louder. And you're like, it's like being on an airplane. Yeah.
I usually put my Bose noise
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
Whenever I'm tuning like that.
God, hold on. I was, it's
Let
funny
me
you
too.
mentioned that because we're going to be reviewing some headphones,
Nice.
and he's never really heard noise canceling headphones, and I was like, how are we going to? It's like we're going to play pink noise in a car, and I'm going to have him put the headphones on, and then he'll be able to hear the noise canceling headphones kick on. You know, because we're flying, and I have Sennheiser noise canceling ones, Pink Floyd limited edition.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. It's stupid.
The Star Wars Bose ones.
Oh.
No, they didn't make Star
I was
Wars.
gonna say they made those.
Like what?
I have a set of Boba Fett headphones my daughter bought me that suck, but you know, hey.
For a second, I was like,
Bose
what?
inside.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
So we're flying, and he's like, "Do those things really work?" And I'm like, "Yeah." That's why I leave them on all the time, whether we're listening to music or not, because he's got the Alpine headphones with the BBE that went across the top of your head and just shakes the whole.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not noise canceling. All right, so.
All right, so wait.
Yes.
So with the A channel, you can run the tweeters and mid bridge. Then other channels to the mid bass. That's a question.
Yep.
Then RCA full range DSP control output for the sub.
Or rear fill.
Or
You
rear
couldn't
fill.
do both unless you did a mono rear fill, which some people are doing.
I mean, I don't see why not.
Yeah, so you have two outputs that are fully adjustable. You can do whatever.
So they're
you want with
independent. So
Correct.
they're fully discrete.
Yep.
7 and 8 are fully. Now, are the outputs? So does this have a center channel output? Can we bridge through to a center channel? I don't remember in the software.
them.
Yeah,
so
Steve.
let me just make sure I qualify that question.
Go ahead. That's fair.
All center channel surround sound processors, which we do have one in here, in my opinion, are as good as any other surround sound processor that's in the of them. They do what they're made to do, which is basically home theater.
Yes.
In a car, the results are always mixed. If someone knows what they're doing and they can mix it, I can make it work. But it's not something that is as easy as your home theater. You go in and push the center channel, they turn the volume up.
Well, you have 5.1.
Right.
I mean, it's up. The track
Correct.
has the music. It's recorded that way.
Correct. And 2-channel stereo, because when we put 5.1 into it, it'll decode 5.1, but and that works great. But in a car, you start out with 2-channel stereo,
Right.
and then you're upmixing, which it will do. It will upmix it, but the results are not what I consider show quality.
So you'd rather just do a one-person car and align it properly.
Correct. That's what I would do. But I have customers that come in and they'll want a center channel, and we'll put that in, and they're usually happy with what they have because they just want noise coming out of that speaker.
Right.
I just don't want anybody to get the wrong idea that anybody's center channel processing is much better than that. I know
Okay.
It sounds like a
No, it's a safe
Yeah.
answer.
So
Yeah.
it's-
Well,
we've tested all of them, and they're all about the same.
oh, okay. See, there we go. All right. So I want to find your dark room and go and ooh, because I know I've some of the, I've been to 2. We visited a couple places. We went to Kicker, we went to Audio Control, and there's the room of we know how their stuff works. Come over here. You're going, oh, so I mean, these manufacturers buy other people's stuff.
Just like everybody buys cars.
Yeah, so I mean,
Ford
you
has
have to-
every Chevy model in the.
Oh yeah, yep, and they crush them. So cool. Is there anything like this is a special amplifier? There's no question about it. I'm dying to put this in my car, but we've just been so busy to do it.
Yeah.
Because right now I have the Alpine in there, so it's just I've figured out how to make a plug and play harness for my stereo. That I literally because Amp makes the T harnesses now for the factory premium, so I can just plug this in or plug that in. And I've been waiting to plug this in and just tune it. But if someone was looking at this, what would be the like? Hey, what's the biggest selling point about this?
I think when you first hook it up, it's as a standalone piece. It's hard to say, "Oh, look at this! It's a box and it does all this cool stuff." Because
Correct.
lots of people have boxes that do cool stuff. It's
Fair
when
enough.
you hook it up and the output matches what it says. That sounds.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm laughing.
When you hook it up, you go, "Oh, okay, that sounds like what 800 watts is supposed to sound like."
Yeah. And that's what I've heard about this. It's just an amazing.
Yeah, the software is an ecosystem thing. People really love it once they get to use it. Just like if you did an iPhone or an Android. If you're an iPhone user and you pick up an Android, you throw it down on the ground, you go, "Those people are stupid."
Yeah.
It's the same thing. But once you get past that learning curve,
Yes.
The software is intuitive. It's easy to use. It has real-time save. It has an undo button.
Really?
That has you can go back 20 or 30 times.
What?
Oh, dude, you can't. You know how many times I've been in a car and I'm going
Wow.
this and back. Why is there no?
Yeah.
Wow. See,
Wow.
because I when we got it,
That's
I played with the
awesome.
software for a little bit. Because we try to play with everybody's software. I mean, you've been looking around. You see there's DSP amplifiers and all that out everywhere because we want them all. I want them all. It's like, send me, I want to play with it. For the same reason why you guys buy everyone's stuff is so that you can play with it and whatnot.
Yeah.
You getting hot in that thing yet?
It's a little warm.
Why don't you change out of that?
Okay, why don't you talk about that for a minute, and I'm going to go change. I'm going to go
out
change.
of it.
All right, so
Arc
let's-
Audio and American Bass are some of my two favorites when using. Okay, it's funny because Paul. Did I ever tell you Paul's brother owns American Bass?
No.
Yeah.
So Bob Ahuja is Paul's brother.
He was a very nice guy, by the way.
Paul?
Bob.
Bob. Yeah. So.
Nothing but nice things to say about him.
Oh yeah.
Just like everybody. I got nice things to say about everybody.
He hates me. Always bad things about me.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
All
Paul
right.
says hi to Brian.
Hang on, I got.
Why you kept it on that long? You should have took it off
Fix
earlier,
my
man.
hair.
I mean, good grief. What's with the hair, by the way? I mean, I do mine
Paul.
just out of pure, like, because I had none.
No, I have really beautiful hair.
I know, and that's
I
what.
do.
That's why I'm upset.
But it's getting a little gray, and I'm vain.
Really?
Seriously, yeah. Yeah. I wish there was some other reason.
That's good.
I mean, this is like terrible. I got so much white shit growing in here.
Yeah, I probably had the same thing if I.
Oh, my wife would freak out. All right. So if someone knew, okay. So all right. Let's talk about ARC again.
Okay.
When did it start? When did the company start? Do you know?
1998.
Let's do a history lesson on ARC. 1998.
1998.
And what was the story? Because there's always a pitch. What was the story behind ARC?
The basic was that Robert Zeff had sold his company, which was Zapco. He was
Okay.
Zeff Advanced Products Company, which was Zapco. He sold it for what?
Money.
Money, yeah.
Yep. Made money.
And had some new designs, and he wanted to still.
Paul says your hair is acoustically shaved.
That's why we get the good tuning.
There you go, man.
Oh, he's asking about your shoes.
Oh, and my shoes are terrible.
Dude.
Everyone hates my shoes. I love my shoes.
Like what?
We actually
what
added
are those?
We actually added that to one of our slides when we were doing our class. It's like, yes, my shoes are comfortable. So don't ask. Two things. No, I don't own 5-star, and yes, my shoes are comfortable. Okay, Zeph made some money. He's walking around like this. What do I do with my money?
No, not his money didn't really have anything to do with
Oh,
it.
yeah, even better.
And he just had some designs, and he didn't really want to be in necessarily in the car stereo selling business, but he had been designing car stereos for so long that he had more things in his head. And anyone who's ever met Robert Zeff, I got to say, he is an incredibly intelligent person.
Okay.
He'll look at something and say, I know a better way of doing that. And
I like
pretty
that.
much everything he's ever done has been just a better way of doing that, no matter what it is.
That's cool.
That's good.
So he does this, and he also owns a wireless company now. He designs our amplifiers and has a wireless company, which is pretty badass.
You gotta
Yeah.
diversify. You gotta have streams of money.
But
So does he own ARC?
He doesn't have any ownership.
So he's just designing your products for you.
Yeah.
So
ARC opened up, and Demetrius was asked to, hey, would you like to be in this, and started selling stuff to shops because he was very close to Robert Zeff, and it exploded from there. And
when did you come on board?
So I was actually their first rep in 2000. So
Okay.
up till then, everything was really Northern California. Well, more just driving there and
Oh, old school.
just like it is now.
Guerrilla sales.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
I got to say that we're still a small company mentality on a lot of things. We always answer the phone. There's no phone tree.
Yeah.
If someone picks up, it's always a human. We have the engineers who do tech support as well as me. So when you get somebody, they usually know what they're doing. It's not just some guy who's reading out of a book.
Thank you for calling, Art. How may I help you today? No.
So
Terrible.
that has been their whole philosophy for the whole lifespan of ARC is we want to do things a little bit better. They've always been into sound quality, so the competition circuit's been big for them.
Is that what got you into art? Or did they call it?
No, but they're just out of Modesto, and it just kind of happened that way.
Okay.
I've had a store in Modesto for most of my life, so since I was 19, I had my first store.
You had your first store in 19?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, this guy's such an overachiever. He sucks.
So-
Get the knife. Let's take care of this shit. We'll have none of this. Hey, remember that great dog we had that did? No, we
But-
don't.
Okay, so for the people, do you still own a shop?
I do.
now?
I do.
Okay.
A little small shop.
What's the name of it?
only, Liquid Trends Modesto.
Liquid Trends.
Yep.
You said that so fast in the video. I was like, you said Liquid Trends Modesto, and I was like,
If you look it up, it says I'm closed. I mean, there's no way to get a hold of me unless you know me.
really?
Yeah. If you message me on Facebook.
So is it you're the only employee?
I
Or
am, yeah.
oh, okay.
Yep, I have a friend now that helps me out, and he does a real good job with things. But if I'm not there, the store's not open. And it's only open for a couple hours in the evening, so I'm usually booked out for a year of just stuff.
Wow.
I've been on the
So it's
road
like an
for a week now.
appointment only. And
Yeah.
you only pick something with
Yeah, I
appointment.
posted up some pictures. We just did an old Ford truck for somebody. We did a patinaed amplifier.
Yeah.
Turned out really good.
Oh, excuse me.
But that's just what
Well,
I
it's-
do. So
I mean, hey, because you're not on the road and answering phones all the time, you got to have a hobby.
yeah,
Yeah.
serious stuff.
So you have a CNC machine in there, though, right?
I do. I have a really big CNC machine that I don't personally know how to use because I'm an underachiever when it comes to that. And I have a friend that comes over and does all of our programming for us.
Okay.
And as stupid as that sounds, as long as he keeps coming over and doing it, I'm good.
I mean, when we bought the laser, it sat on the floor for 4 months before we turned it on.
That's right,
Because it was
yeah.
like, yep, there it is. Got a laser. Pew, pew. Woohoo!
And with all the traveling that you do,
Correct.
it's just
Yeah.
Yeah, he has another CNC at his shop, and so he'll come over. And we don't use a CNC like some people do. We don't spend any extra time on doing one-offs on CNC unless
Okay.
it's something that is specifically better for the CNC. We'll router it. I have 5 router tables, and they're going all the time. So,
Wow.
if I'm doing a Chevy truck box or Ford truck box, something that I see, quite often, then we program that in, and then we'll run a.
So it's just merely for saving time on stuff you're doing over and over and over again.
Correct, yeah.
Makes sense. I mean, that's what we're using the laser for.
Right. Or aluminum. We do a decent amount of aluminum work. I don't know if you saw that Ford box that we did. Had the whole aluminum floor that was. It looks like it's pocketed completely out, just cut through, but it's actually pocketed out, and then I hand painted each individual hexagon. Wow. And then that's in a Ford plexiglass top. And
What's wrong with you, man? Did your
It's
parents
time.
not love you?
It's time.
What the heck?
yeah, they sent me out to work in car stereo.
They didn't love you.
Dude, that's awesome.
1250 is MSRP.
For
okay.
this?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. For the people that asked about the.
Yeah. That was like
Which is about what everyone's 8-channel goes for, roughly.
I don't think with that kind of power. I think we're way under the.
Oh, you are. I'm
average
just
price.
saying. Okay, in my head, I was thinking anywhere between like 11 to 17 seems to be.
Yeah, the tariffs.
That
The tariffs has affected that pricing because we were at 1,049
yeah,
before tariffs, and tariffs have raised that price up now. So
and then
somebody
everyone-
want to know about
what?
the depth.
Oh, the woofer?
2 and 3/8.
It's right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 and 3/8.
Yeah, it's actually on the side of the box.
Okay.
2 and 3/8.
2 and
And
3/8.
you just got it memorized. So.
Yeah.
Only because I just read it off the box.
Oh, you did?
That was right there.
Time to read it off the
I
box.
try not to read any or memorize anything in my life.
box. Oh my god.
5-channel version. You can use it as 5-channel version. Only use 5 channels of it.
This.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Okay. So
You could bridge some of the channels and make it into a 6-channel easily. After that, it would be a little tougher to make a 5-channel, but I guess you could bridge.
No, if you bridge 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2, which would be silly, but if you bridge 1 and 2, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 would be rear, 7 and 8 would be sub. So that's a 5-channel. You have a lot of power up front, some rear fill, and sub channel.
Yeah.
That's 8 channels. You can do lots with 8 channels. I want a big 8 channel. I know.
Well, you could. You could get a ARC series 1006 and a 2-channel.
Is that what was in your car? What are those? What are those big silver? What are those? What are the?
Those are the SEs.
Okay, those are the.
Those have been out for about 15 years now.
Yes, and they're still current.
They are reasonably current.
That's like
Maybe.
I got them and I'm not rebuilding my car.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be something new coming out soon.
Okay. Okay. Maybe.
Maybe.
I didn't.
We can
twist
talk
his
about
arm.
later.
I did not twist his
oh.
arm to say that. You could go
active. Yeah.
Definitely Axeman.
Yeah.
You could totally go active. Axeman he's been here. That's
Yeah.
why we have the Voss water up on the shelf there.
Nice.
That's our little tchotchke self.
Yep.
All right. So those ARC have more powerful amplifier than the DSP.
We do. We have the ARC series, which is a cool amplifier. It's we have 1002, which actually does.
I think he's reading with a DSP.
Right.
Oh, you're getting okay.
1002, 1004, and 1006. What's weird about that is 1002 does 1200 watts, but you know it's the 1000 series.
Yeah, whatever.
They all can have a DSP in them. They have a removable DSP.
Really?
So you can order them with DSP and without DSP, and you go, why would you want to do one with DSP and one without DSP? Well, they have the same PSA Pro that we have in all of them,
Right.
which is 8 channels. Wow. So if you have a 6-channel amp, we've made them so whatever the amp is, it automatically takes those channels. So if it's a 6-channel amp, then we take 6 channels, and then we have 2 channels that can go out.
So now they can order it. They actually call you
Alright,
and say,
Yeah, no, you order it with the DSP.
All right, so let me reel this back for a minute. So if
Okay.
I buy the 1002, it has 6 outputs.
It would have 6 outputs. So if you want to do more amplifiers, you would put the DSP in the smaller channel amplifier,
Yeah.
and then you'd have the outputs to go. So let's say you wanted to do 7 1002s.
Yeah.
You could do the DSP in one 1002, which would take 2 of your DSP channels.
Yeah.
And then you could take 6 outputs and run them individually to 6 other 1002s.
and now you adjust everything in one software.
Correct. But that's not the normal use of a DSP amplifier right now.
Right.
So the normal use of a DSP amplifier is 3-way up front
Yes.
and a sub amp,
Correct.
or and sub.
Yeah.
So why would you want to buy a DSP for an amplifier that you didn't need it for? Why would you want to? Wouldn't you want to save that money? So you can actually save about $450, $500 by getting the 6-channel with the DSP or 2-channel, whichever one you want to do.
Yeah.
And then get a regular one, run it off that same one, and everything operates as if it was one DSP amplifier. And now you can put up to 2,200 watts in on DSP amplifier.
And there is your question.
My head hurts. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
Because immediately my my head hurts. Wow, that's freaking cool.
That is.
So how big is the 6-channel?
6 channels.
I mean, power-wise. I'm sure it's physically big.
It's 375 by 6, 2 ohm or 4 ohm, because
Wait, say that again.
It's 375 by 6.
375 by 6.
Yes.
At 4 ohm or 2 ohm?
At 4 ohm or 2 ohm.
Oh, it's
Okay.
so it's. I'm gonna use the term DC straight. But I know it's not right, but it's
No. So we have impedance matching on all of our X2 amplifiers,
Okay.
and that also goes towards the ARC amplifiers. It's too much circuitry to put in this one,
Yeah,
so
I
we don't
got
have
that.
it in that.
Yeah.
So at this time.
Things get smaller all the time.
Maybe in the future. But so if you're putting an amplifier in and you're going to components, and they're 4 ohm speakers, which most of them are,
Yes.
when you want to put all that power you paid for?
Well, that's why we had that
Right?
conversation earlier.
Totally,
Last night
yeah.
To make 2 ohm speakers.
Yeah.
Right. So, why not put them out to,
All the power.
all the power?
Give me all the
'Cause
power.
When you're doing that system, you're looking for more power. So this is a way that we can give you all that power. That's
So
paid for.
375 by 6.
Yep.
God, that's just so big.
And a very, very, I mean, the amplifier is very small. I mean, it's bigger than that, but
Yeah.
it's not much bigger than that.
Wow. I know. What was there? What was the?
Bray mail me down.
Yeah, no doubt. I was that's crazy.
I know, man.
You know, if your website didn't suck so much, I'm just saying.
but
You don't
that-
have anything to do
No,
with
no, no,
that.
I don't do websites, so I'm good.
That's
I'm
not
good.
my
Not my
website.
channel.
The guys watching going.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny. When we first met, that was what we were talking about. I was like,
What's that about our website?
when we talked about the website, because like, dude, because like a week before, I had woke up because somebody was telling me about the DSP, and I was like, I need to do some research on this DSP because I was like, you got to get the ARC 8 channel. You got to get the ARC 8 channel. And I was like, slow down. So I'm trying to do research on it. I'm just losing my mind on this website. I'm like, this is driving me crazy. And so then they're like, hey, this is Brian from ARC Audio, and I was like, dude, your website sucks. And they're like, I didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
And how are you?
In our website's defense, because you know.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I
It's
gotta
okay.
stick up for a website.
Yeah.
Our website used to suck way worse.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That was good.
Okay.
It's the least sucky it's ever
It's
been.
the least sucky it's ever been.
It's getting better, people.
But
Yeah,
it's
awesome.
it's actually funny that you talk about the website because there's a reason. There's some reasons for it.
Okay.
We use Quivers, which is we used to use Shopatron, and so when a person buys a product off of there,
Right.
it's not some guy in ARC Audio filling that order.
Okay.
It's actually dealers because
Right.
we want to support brick and mortar dealers. So when someone orders that product online, it's going to come from the closest dealer that has that product in stock.
Which makes sense. That's kind of cool.
And so in order to do that, we have to work around their framework.
Yeah.
So we do need to do some changes to it, but
It makes sense.
everybody is so busy because we've had such growth over the years
Yeah.
that everybody wears 6 hats. I mean, I usually wear a gorilla outfit, but but other people wear hats.
Beat me up, Scott. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's
Awesome.
plenty of power. That's
Yeah, that's right.
RMS 2200 watts, yes.
dang. That's so big.
Wow.
Yeah, we only talk about RMS powers. So and all of our amplifiers will do more than rated power.
Well, yeah. Okay. What do you guys use to? Do you guys use an AP to do all the burn-ins on your?
We have 6 APs at our office.
Oh, we should make a trip out to ARC.
That would be cool.
I can't say we have a big, beautiful building, but we do have 6 APs.
Did you see the audio control video we did?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
we've
wasn't
been-
a big, beautiful building.
We've been there for a long time. It is a utilitarian building. And
So it's in Modesto, California?
in Modesto, California.
Okay.
So how far was that from Long Beach?
340 miles.
Oh my God! Yeah,
It's almost
okay.
what I drove today to come here.
Where were you at today?
Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, you drove all the way. Jeez, oh man. And when you got to drive back?
Yeah.
God, I love
Well,
you.
worth it to hang out with you guys.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's smoothie. That's crazy. Can I ask a silly question? Why only one set of RCA inputs? What are we talking? Oh, these are outputs.
Those are outputs.
Those are outputs. So what I'm holding? Okay. So here's your inputs here. These are your outputs here, and then there's also a high-level input here, and a USB programmer here. And now they make a DRC for this also. You guys probably don't call it DRC. You have a cool name for it. What's it called?
PSC.
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 DRC was already taken.
Yeah. They have an external controller for it, which you saw that you chopped up and put.
Yeah,
yeah.
The screen is up in the mirror and the circuit board
Yeah.
and the buttons. And
So
all that.
these are the inputs. Go ahead.
RMS power in the Cadillac's almost 6,000 watts.
Maybe I should just change it to the
Um,
6,000 watt Cadillac. Yeah, that might.
not
That might
bad.
We'll just redo it and we'll get more than the other video.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna get me
that
in
was
trouble.
good. That was good.
So the load signals depends on the car. Some of them it just has what we recommend if you're just going to keep one resistor in stock is 47 ohm 5 watt sandbar type resistor. But
Okay.
there is 3 different sizes that some other companies
What size did you
have.
want?
47 ohm 5 watt sandbar type.
How about a 47 ohm 10 watt?
Perfect.
There you go.
So This is the resistor that the question was about. So this is a, get a little closer so you can read that. So this is a speaker simulator, basically. So it goes across the lines, not in line like a capacitor. It goes across. Yeah, that's very nice. That looks good. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
So it always looks funny whenever you're putting them in, like you're going to short something out. But it's to simulate a speaker. You want to use the sandbar type resistor because name T-shirts.
Yeah.
They get hot, so don't bury them in your dash.
They can get hot. They're called sandbar type resistors, but they're actually flame resistant resistors. So you can put as many watts to them as you want. They'll get really hot. They might even get red, but they won't catch fire. A standard resistor will catch fire.
Anything touching them will catch fire.
Oh, they'll melt.
Yeah.
It probably,
see,
it melted. It didn't catch fire.
So this is what's funny. So this is the SNI 35 high-low to low-low adapter,
which is a good piece, just used in the wrong application. Correct?
Yeah.
So, but what's funny is load resistors built into them. We've had the tool that we never
Didn't use.
Yeah.
Because people were saying, they melted because they're putting 57 watts to them instead of the 30
You know what I was
watts.
looking for that I can't find?
What?
Our load resistor amp.
The Civic
Where's it at?
question, I'm unsure of.
All right, so can you repeat that question about the 10th generation Honda Civic? I tried to go back, but it doesn't let me. So we're going to end the show with your question.
So this is a load resistor bank.
Oh, okay.
So this has 4 100-watt, 4-ohm load resistors. We just put it in a
In an amp case.
amp case. Yeah.
All right, let's see, where is it?
And it just accidentally looked like a SCAR amp. I mean, it looked like a your amp, arc amp. What was the question?
All right, so the question is, I have a 2019 Civic looking for what ARC offers to combine the signals to go to the DSP, and should I go low impedance drivers?
19 Civic, first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to eliminate the ANC mics. Most of the Civics have ANC mics. We have a few different options. You can go with the PSM, which is our small standalone DSP. We actually designed it originally for motorcycles, but it does have the extra
You
benefit.
done a Civic yet?
I've not done a
Okay.
Civic on 19s.
All right, so it changed a lot with the Civic because now it's a
19s versus 18s?
yeah.
Okay.
So it's a single wire into the amplifier, and you have to retain the center channel because the center channel gives you navigation prompts, and then you have to retain the tweeters and the mid range and the subwoofer. So you have to have six channels of discrete input in order to make a system out of that.
Okay, so that's what I figured.
Yeah. And you
uh,
don't want to combine. You don't want to sum the tweeter and the mid range.
Right, you would want to look at that before you...
Because it sucks when you do.
Okay, well,
It goes very south. So
There
with
you
that
go.
being said, you need something that has 6 channels of discrete input.
which the PSM does.
So PSM would do that.
Yeah.
And like I said, you need to keep your center. So you're going to have to amplify that back in. This would do it.
That would do it for sure.
Yep.
This would
Yeah,
do the
that
whole
would do it
thing.
for sure.
So like if
Yeah.
you had that car, you could just plug this in and do it. But any 6-channel in, 8-channel out,
Yeah,
DSP.
that would be 6 in,
Or 6 in, 6 out.
6 in, 6 out. Now, I want to also put in that very few of these newer cars are do-it-yourself kind of car. Not saying that you can't, but you really should look for a qualified stereo shop in your area.
Ooh, that brings up a good point, though, that you mentioned that. Do you guys have a dealer locator on your website?
We do, but it doesn't work right now because it went to crap.
I tried. But they there's a number there.
There is a number there.
There's a phone number there,
And
so
you
you
can call and talk to a human.
and they will tell you the
and we'll
closest
tell you
dealer.
There
the
you
closest
go.
that we can find. And if you don't have a close dealer, go in and talk to your dealer.
And make them an arc audio
and see
dealer.
if we can make them an arc audio dealer. Because
There
if there's
you
not
go.
one close, we would love to have good dealers. And I always put that in quotes.
I don't know why
Paul
you did-
say trip back to Cali.
I
Stop
would,
by
I would, but
Arizona.
I don't think the airplane is going to stop there.
Hey, can you drop me over here?
Did you want to do one last switcho change over your Rango, or are you just
Oh.
comfortable?
No.
If you're comfortable, stay comfortable.
Yeah.
You stay
I'm
comfortable.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, good.
So, well, there you go, man. That's your question. Thank you so much for the support.
Real quick, is there anything that we haven't talked about that you want to hit on?
I want to answer that one question.
Answer that one.
That one person asked what's the input voltage that it can handle from an amplified source.
Okay,
this
go
will
ahead.
handle up to 32 volts in.
Holy crap!
What?
Really?
It'll handle
32.
0.5, 2, 8, or 32, and you can adjust those down to match the input signal that you got.
Wow. Does it have now? Were we talking about the load resistors? Does this have the load bank
It
built
does
into
not have load
Okay,
bank
so
built. Yeah, you still have to do that.
and you guys don't
Right.
make a cool one yet. You just say do these.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Have
good.
you guys played at all with the LGD stuff?
We have.
Okay. I'll leave it at that.
Oh,
is it good? Good, bad, and different?
Their products work, and if they have a product that works, there's not a whole lot of value for us to make another one.
Okay, so you have no problem if someone
Nope.
grabs a set of LGDs,
Nope.
threw it into this, it would work perfect.
Lots of other companies that we match up well with, and
Okay.
that's one of the things that match up well.
All right. So
All right.
for that, he said he
33
has.
volts.
32.
I have an ARC audio dealer in my area. There you go.
Sweet.
Extreme Audio. Cool.
Extreme is a great dealer, so
There you go.
you don't have any problems with them.
So 32 volts. That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty good.
I like that.
And yes, Robert still designs all of our DSPs and amplifiers.
That's awesome.
All right, so back to the original question. Is there anything that you want to say before we wrap this up? Personal or ARC audio related or anything like that?
Even with DSP amplifiers, if there is a module out there that will do the interface for you, I do this every day. I will go grab a module and I will use it as a more reproducible results at the end of it.
Yep.
Use
yep.
a module.
If
I
it's
use-
something
You're referring to
integrated.
something like an Amp Pro,
An Amp
an
Pro.
AR, or a Zen?
Or a Zen piece, Nav
Yeah.
TV. I use the GM650 in my car. In the shop, I use Nav TV because they have great products. I also use
They have the 24 dB Burr-Braun DA converter built into it.
Exactly.
Not did I say dB? 24-bit.
24-bit.
There we go.
Yeah,
Burr-Braun DA
24-bit.
converter built into it.
And I also use the Amp Pro stuff because they have products that don't
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 Yeah.
overlap. So both of them make good products for what they make.
GM dip switch number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Dipshit's number 3.
Dip switch number 3.
So
We don't need
but
stereo.
that is one thing that a lot of people they go, well, it's an expensive module. It's no different than putting an amplifier or a head unit in a car, an old car. You just would do it. If there's one available, just do it, and then that DSP can really shine and do what it's
Right.
it's really good
Right.
at.
You can actually
Well, it's like
get
the
all
Raptor
the
that we were
performance.
finishing up. We did the Amp Pro Toshlink out to the DSP, which just like one cable. It was kind of silly.
Yeah.
I love that. It's like
It's
click, click,
beautiful.
done.
Plug in.
Oh, the Mo Bridge. Thank you. I almost forgot the Mo
Mo
Bridge.
Bridge,
Yeah. Well. Yep.
I was actually just making this slide last week for Ada and our classes that we do, because when we did it, we didn't have that slide. And I was like, I gotta make that slide so people can just go click,
Yeah.
and have
Nope,
all
yeah.
the lists of all the brand. I mean, because we do it daily, so it's nothing for us. But there are plenty of shops out there that just, it just needs an LC7, all right, or a Fix 86.
Fix 86 will work.
Yeah.
It will do the job. On some cars, there's not a better solution than that.
I'm just saying, as opposed to using the appropriate interface.
If there's
Right.
a regular interface, use
Yeah,
a
yeah.
regular interface.
No, I'm
Definitely.
not
Yes.
saying,
Of
yeah,
course.
I'm saying it's
Yes.
like you guy pulls in with an Alpine with a Dodge Ram with an Alpine system, and they're throwing a Fix 86 or an LC7i on it. And you're going, no, no, stop, no, please don't do that.
Well.
All right, so I
It's
think
been
that
an
brings
hour.
us to the end.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Thank
I
you,
know
Ken.
it was a late start, but
Thank you, Brian.
I mean, we
Appreciate
had a
it.
blast. We hope you guys enjoyed this Saturday. That's 2 weeks in a row we've had Saturday guys. Don't worry, it won't happen anymore. We're done.
Yeah.
No more Saturday guys.
Yeah.
But the grill is gone, so totally bummed.
Yeah.
But that's it. I'm gonna end it right there. It's Saturday night, so that means you guys, if you're gonna be doing stupid stuff, Uber, Lyft, they're cheap. Let's make it home so we can get back here on Monday. We do a whole Monday show to talk about. DNF Tool Drawer is a place you can find all the cool tools that we use to do our installs.
That's right.
Teespring/store/5stars where you can go find cool shirts. Head over there and check out the new Do You Zip Tie Bro shirt because that's a fun one. That one's actually doing really well. Patreon, we're there if you want us. And with that, you can go over to arcaudio.com or just search Arc Audio online. Look him up on Instagram. He's got really cool pictures of his cars.
Wait for more.
And that's it. And if you haven't seen it, definitely go and check out the video of his Cadillac. You will be amazed. Yes, there's lighting on the RCAs. It's insane.
Yeah.
Knowledge Fest India is the next one, and then Knowledge Fest Orlando.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Do you do anything with the AS?
Yes.
The AS guys? The Atlantic City goofballs?
No.
Thank
No.
God. All right, one last trip. All right, guys. Well, that's it. You guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here Monday on Facebook for the Facebook show.
Thank you, Brian. Arc Audio. Bye,
Bye.
guys.